Claressa Shields, one of the most dominant forces in women's boxing, recently made headlines by taking aim at ESPN commentator Max Kellerman following his controversial remarks about boxing's multi-division champions. Kellerman had claimed that only Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao qualify as legitimate four-division champions, sparking debate across the boxing world about what constitutes legitimacy and the often overlooked achievements of female boxers. The controversy began on a recent sports broadcast where Kellerman was discussing the historical landscape of boxing champions. In his remarks, he dismissed numerous other multi-division champions, emphasizing that only Crawford and Pacquiao met his criteria for legitimate titles, specifically focusing on Ring magazine recognition and the quality of opposition. According to Kellerman, many other celebrated fighters, even those widely recognized by fans and experts, do not meet the official standard he was using. While this argument was framed around the men's divisions, it inevitably opened the door for discussion about women's boxing, where multi-division champions like Shields have reached similar or even greater heights. Claressa Shields, a four-division undisputed world champion, did not remain silent. Taking to social media, Shields highlighted her accomplishments and challenged the narrow lens through which Kellerman measured legitimacy. Her tweet read, "I'm 154 undisputed, 160 undisputed, 168 world champ and 175 undisputed. I'm just making sure I can count at Max Kellerman cause I know for sure I have four divisions. But you are talking about in the men's division. I got it. Hashtag boxing, hashtag women's boxing, hashtag sportasnogender, hashtag just facts." Shields' response underscores a critical point that has often been ignored in mainstream boxing commentary. Women's boxing is frequently sidelined in discussions of historical significance. By pointing out her own accomplishments, Shields not only asserts her rightful place among the sport's elite but also critiques the systemic undervaluation of female athletes in boxing. Her reference to the men's division in the tweet highlights that while Kellerman's comments were strictly about male fighters, the logic he applied could just as easily include women's boxing, where Shields herself has achieved undisputed status in multiple weight classes. Shields' career is remarkable in its own right. She became the first American woman to win an Olympic gold medal in boxing and has since gone on to capture world titles in multiple divisions. Her undisputed status across four weight classes places her in rarefied company, regardless of gender. By publicly addressing Kellerman's comments, Shields has sparked a conversation that extends beyond mere debate about titles. It touches on gender equality, media representation, and the broader recognition of athletic achievement in boxing. The reaction to Shields' statement has been overwhelmingly supportive within the boxing community. Fans and fellow athletes applauded her for calling out what many perceive as a narrow-minded perspective that fails to account for the contributions and successes of female boxers. The discussion has also prompted analysts and commentators to revisit the criteria they use to define greatness in the sport. Questions have been raised about whether the focus on Ring magazine titles, legacy opponents, or other subjective standards should overshadow the tangible accomplishments of athletes, particularly in women's divisions that have historically received less attention. Shields' challenge of Kellerman's claim also highlights the persistent issue of gender disparity in boxing. For decades, female fighters have fought not only in the ring but also for legitimacy and recognition in a sport traditionally dominated by men. While male boxers like Pacquiao and Crawford receive widespread acclaim for their multi-division championships, female fighters often struggle to receive equal acknowledgement, even when they achieve similar feats. Shields' public call-out serves as both a critique of the current system and a reminder of the talent and dedication present in women's boxing. Beyond the immediate context of Kellerman's comments, Shields' stance can be seen as part of a larger movement advocating for the inclusion and respect of women's sports in mainstream media. Her assertiveness emphasizes that accomplishments should be celebrated on merit, rather than gender. By quantifying her titles and emphasizing her undisputed status, Shields presents a compelling argument that excellence in boxing transcends traditional divisions of male and female competition. In conclusion, Claressa Shields' response to Max Kellerman's claim is more than a moment of online disagreement. It is a powerful statement about equality, recognition, and the need to reassess how boxing champions are evaluated. By spotlighting her own remarkable achievements across four weight classes, Shields challenges the narrow definitions of legitimacy that have long dominated boxing discourse. Her words resonate not only with fans of women's boxing but with anyone who believes that athletic excellence deserves acknowledgement, regardless of gender. The debate sparked by her comments will likely continue to influence how boxing history is remembered and celebrated, ultimately contributing to a more inclusive understanding of greatness in the sport.